Welcome to Happy Tales. I'm Cheryl Rosenthal, the Communications and Education Coordinator here at the Oshkosh Area Humane Society.
And I'm Joni Geiger, Executive Director.
And today we are very excited to be talking about our new life-saving mission here at the Oshkosh Area Humane Society. Joni, can you tell us, how did this come about?
Well, let's talk about what life-saving is, first of all. We're a typical shelter. We're a full-service shelter, Cheryl, as you very well know, which basically means that we don't turn anybody away. We open our doors. People come to us. They need help with placement. Obviously, we do that. We take their animals in, and then we place those animals out. And this is a traditional type of shelter. And we've done very well, and we're exceptional in that area.
Right,
However,
I believe our adoption rate is 3 times the national average, something that we should be very proud of.
And we are.
But we want to be better.
We want to be better, and we found a way to be better. And this way is twofold. It is going to be something that is going to be a huge change for our shelter. Huge, big. It is a whole different direction that this shelter is going to go in. And in order to do this, we're going to save lives. We're going to save hundreds of lives. We're going to adopt out hundreds of more animals. We're going to get a lot more placement, and this is exciting because anybody, for people like you and I, and any of our staff, and any of our volunteers, we're here because we love animals.
Right.
We want to save lives.
We're here to save lives.
We're here to save lives.
Right.
That's our job.
I think the hardest part of our jobs here is when the decision needs to be made to euthanize an animal.
Right.
And we want to concentrate more on saving lives.
That's absolutely true. And so this new program, which it came about in a real kind of funny way. I had gone to a national convention in early April. I went to Las Vegas for the HSUS convention, and it was a one-day workshop. And I thought the workshop was more about how do you increase your adoptions. Well, as it turns out, I was in this workshop and listening to the speakers, and they have introduced a new program called Life Saving. And it really is, that's where all your focus is, all your energies, everything is all about life saving. And it just kept making more and more sense to me as the day progressed, and I thought, we can do this. We can make a difference for these animals. We can save lives, because I know when I started 20 years ago, that's why I started.
Right. I think that's why our entire staff is here. And I know that when you came back from the convention and you were sharing this with all of us, we were all like scratching our heads going, well, can we do this?
Yeah.
And then as we talked more and more about it, the thought of let's save more lives.
Sure, let's save more lives.
And we need to save more lives, but we need help to do that. We can't, it isn't something that just the few staff that we have here, this has to be, we're a life-saving shelter.
Yeah.
We are a life-saving shelter, but now we need to take that a step further, and we need to get people excited about, isn't it great? Let's save lives. Let's save animal lives.
This is a community effort. This isn't, we can do our part. We know we can do our part, but we're going to have to ask the community to step up and help us, because we can't do it without them. And that's the bottom line. Right. This program won't work. We won't be able to save the lives unless our community joins us and becomes a part of this.
And so, because our shelter has walls. I mean, we have walls. We only can hold so many animals.
That's right.
And right now, I think we have over 60 kittens that are in foster care.
63.
And kittens and moms don't do well here at the shelter. So we're excited about, we've had a few people, because we've had a few articles in the paper and things out there, things that people can do to help save lives and become part of the shelter. So what we're literally doing, or not literally, but we're taking down the walls of the shelter and inviting the community to become part of the Oshkosh Area Humane Society by becoming foster parents.
That's right.
By fostering these kitties, by taking them in, freeing up cage space for animals that are still coming in, socializing these kittens, and helping to find homes for them. Because I know, Joni, this was several years ago, I fostered a litter of kittens, and every kid in the neighborhood knew that I was fostering kittens, and my kittens found homes.
That's right.
And this is what we need people to help us to do. Foster, to keep them out of the shelter so that they stay healthier and are well socialized, and to help us find homes for them.
That's right.
And it's fun to do.
It's fun to do, and it's a great way to get your community involved. I mean, the shelter is now part of the community, and the community is now part of the shelter. It's really a partnership between the two. People don't necessarily have to come to us anymore to adopt animals. What we're asking, this is the actual steps that we're asking people to do. We're asking people to become foster homes. They have to fill out an application, obviously, but they are volunteers for the shelter. They're acting as volunteers. The kittens, or cats in these cases, or dogs, because that happens as well, where we sometimes are full of dogs, is that they are still the property of the shelter, okay? But people are again acting as agents of the shelter. They're caring for them. We provide all the supplies. We do those kinds of things for them. They socialize, just like you said, and this is really, really important. But the other half of that is they tell their friends, their neighbors, they tell everybody that they work with, they tell coworkers. They take them to work for an hour if obviously their employment, the place of employment will allow them to do it.
So show and tell isn't
Show and tell, yeah, just like in school. Remember when we did show and tell in school?
Show and tell, and so now we're asking foster homes to do show and tell.
Right. So what happens is that we increase the sheer volume of animals that are available for adoption, but we also increase the audience that may consider adopting.
Right.
So it's really kind of a win-win all the way around. Again, the community becomes part of us and we become part of the community. So it's a pretty exciting prospect, but again, we need people to step
Right.
up.
We can't do it without the community coming in and saying, hey, I want to be a part of this, and seeing that it is exciting, that we are saving more lives, and they can be a part of that. And I don't know who wouldn't want to be a part of, of saving lives.
And my goal this year is to save 400 more animals. I really want to save 400 more animals. We have an exceptional record, but we can do better. We talked about that. We talked about the fact that, you know, and these are lives that we're responsible for are something that we're invested in, and we want to give them a chance. We want everybody to have a chance. Everybody that is going to be an adoptable animal should have an opportunity to get adopted, and they should get adopted.
Right.
So we want to do what we call an adoption guarantee. Everybody gets adopted.
Right.
There's somebody for everybody, Cheryl. There's somebody for everybody.
There is.
Yeah.
There is.
Yeah.
And part of the problem that we run into certain times of the year is also we have more animals coming in than we have going out. And I ran some numbers, and I think we came up with, we average 113 animals coming in a month.
That's right.
And I think that was cats.
Just cats.
Just cats, 113. That's an average. And our adoption, we do 68 cat adoptions a month. Well, that's an excess of what?
Yep.
43.
Where's your math, Cheryl?
I can't do that. But it's if that continues throughout the year,
Right.
we have an excess of 540 animals at the end of the year. And so if we don't have room for them, we're not going to euthanize anymore.
That's right.
We want people to come in and adopt these animals.
And what we want to share on this program is that we've made a pledge. We, the organization, the staff, the volunteers, we have made a pledge not to euthanize for space. That is our goal, and we're working towards it. And again, we just really, really need people to step up to the plate.
Right. So this show is all about a call to action.
Call to action.
We have already made our pledge, and now we're inviting the community to take that pledge to become a life-saving community and join us in our life-saving mission.
Right.